Well, hey everyone, it's Catherine from CatherinePooler.com. Just a little while ago, I posted a new video on my channel showing you how to use different stamping techniques on handmade holiday tags. And I used the Here We Come a Caroling stamp set, which is one of my favorites. I'll just give you a peek if you haven't seen it. It's so adorable. I adore this stamp set. Hey, Angela. And then I was inspired and I was excited to stamp some more. So I grabbed my Mardi Gras ink pad and my Mint to Be ink pad and I went live on Facebook and I just made this real quick. And then I had also set this up on my MISTI because I wanted to show it on the live and I forgot. So I just said to myself, why don't I just hop on YouTube live real quick and show you. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. So there are different ways to stamp a die cut that you've already die cut. That is redundant. But you know what I mean. So in my last video, I did the little, let me grab this set again, the little bench, and I just adhered him to a stationary piece of paper that is in my MISTI, and then I just stamped it. I lined up the stamp and I stamped it. And I just did that again with the Santa and the sleigh. A lot of times I don't want to call it lazy, but I'm too much in a hurry. I don't have enough patience to get my MISTI out and do it this way. So I just use blocks and I go for it. And sometimes it ends up not being the greatest situation. I have to do it over. But in something like this, I felt like I had a high likelihood of messing it up. So just take your little die cut, take a scratch piece of paper, put it in your MISTI, put your die cut, just put a little bit of adhesive on the back, line up your stamp on your die cut and pick it up, and then ink it, and stamp it, and then you have a perfectly stamped die cut. And I do it this way a lot of times because as much as possible, I like to keep my dies intact like this, except for, you know, when you have a situation like this, when the die comes inside, you have to cut that out so that you can use the tree. But when I have a set like this, a lot of times I do leave them together. So if I stamped this first, I could still line this up, but I'm gonna get a lot of wasted cut weird cardstock. And then it may be a little harder to get this lined up. Using washi tape or painter's tape or purple tape is gonna help you. But, you know, there's more than one way to do something. So while I'm here, while I have you guys here, let me just do this guy. How about that? So I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive on the back of him. And we'll attach him there. And then I'm going to peel this back. Line him up on the die cut. Hopefully that's straight. Whoops, gotta take this off. And for those of you that are not on our newsletter list yet, I will add it in the link in the description below. So when you sign up for our newsletter, you get a color combo guide download, and then you also get on our list to receive all of our updates and emails and whatnot. A lot of times we send out fun emails, things that are going on around the clubhouse. We send out reminders. We send out sale information, new products. Sometimes when I have a new blog post up, I'll just send out a quick email. And then also tomorrow, just a little heads up, here's some bean spilling. We're gonna have a little special tomorrow. Just a fun little something going on tomorrow. So if you're not on our list yet, make sure you get on there. All right. From the San Francisco Bay Area, that is awesome. I really love San Francisco. I would love to go back someday. My daughter is talking about the San Francisco Ballet. That's one of her dreams. How am I keeping them off and out of your nails? Say a little prayer for me to keep the ink off of these nails. I do not get my nails done often. I did get a little bit here. And I just don't have the patience to sit there for that long and get them done. And then I also think it's a lot of money. So I don't usually do that. But some of my girlfriends wanted to go out for the holidays and get their nails done. And so I said, I'll hop along. And I got that SMS polish, you know, that powder. And I hear it lasts a whole month. So we'll see. But you're right. This Midnight ink will probably stain it if I get Midnight on here. So say a little prayer that I don't mess up my manicure with that ink, because I'll be a little cross about that. All right, so there you go. Stamping die cuts. I'm just going to scroll through real quick, see if anybody has any questions. Sandra, I love these greens together too. Mardi Gras and Mint to Be are very similar color, like tone-wise, and then they're just different shades, so they look really, really fabulous together. All right, so that's that. Just a quick little tip for you guys. I hope your evening is awesome, and we'll see you again. And just a reminder, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter yet, head over there and get on it. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hold on. Katya, I see that question. That is a great question. So let me address that real quick. Copic coloring. If you use Catherine Pooler cardstock and you stamp Midnight, our cardstock is a dream for Copic coloring. It's kind of like the Goldilocks. It's not too hard of a cardstock and it's not too soft. It's just right. And I find a lot of success with the blending. It's really, really easy for me to get a good blend without the color going outside the lines or bleeding outside the lines. You don't have to wait too long, because our ink, one of the features, one of the benefits of it is it does take about 5 seconds or so to dry, so that gives you blending time, and it also gives you great time to do techniques and watercoloring with it. However, if you're Copic coloring, you do want to let it dry for a little bit. Also, using another brand, you're going to want to heat set it. Heat set if you use Nina or Express It or any other type of cardstock before you Copic color. So that is a great question. And that's it. And my husband is beeping through to ask me about a birthday cake for Elena. So I will scoot out now, and I will see you guys soon.